Hi guys, it's Omega, and I'm coming on today to share with you all how to make the boxes that I shared this video a while back. I have a video showing my storage solution for my Cricut cartridges, and I've been meaning to come back and show you how to make the little boxes. And I'll show you this in more detail, and the booklets that a little folder for the booklets. So these containers are from Staples, and they're called Really Useful Box. That's the name of the box. Hopefully you can see it on there. And this box size is a 4L. That's how they name the sizes. A 4L is this particular box size. And the box size just happens to be perfect for storing the Cricut cartridges. And what you'll see here is I have several in the little containers. Then I have them labeled. And just I think it's a perfect storage solution. And then of course I do have several of the images that are Cricut images in the sets that are not, I don't have a physical cartridge for, they're only digital. So what I did is just wrote out the ones that I do have digitally only and put it in the box here just to remind me that I have those. So when I go to search for something, I don't forget that I have these particular cartridges available as well. I know that if you all like Close to My Heart products, I do have several of their stamp sets that coordinate with the Cricut cartridges, and they used to sell them where you can have an option to buy the cartridge or buy the digital only. And I do know that Close to My Heart is phasing out the physical cartridge. So I guess once they sell out the ones they have as a physical cartridge, they will no longer have those, so you'll have digital only. So that kind of makes me think Cricut is probably going to phase out the cartridges at some point. I do know on their website a lot of their images are digital only now, and the cartridges aren't in stock, and I don't see where they're actually replenishing the stock. So it could be that they're going to phase them out at some point, but I know a lot of you do have the cartridges, and whenever I can get my hands on one, that I want, I prefer to have a cartridge as a backup versus just a digital image, because of the fact that I do have a Cricut Expression as well. And it's kind of not good that if you have a Cricut Expression and you're not ready to upgrade to an Explorer, then you're almost forced to at some point because of not having the cartridges available. So I don't know that that's happening, but I'm guessing it is because of what's happening with Close to My Heart. So this is the solution. If you do have a lot of cartridges and you're finding a very good solution for storing them, this is a great solution. And once I've made the boxes, I have these little cardboard dividers in here to just stick down to make the rows stay in place. The video that I made before, I did share the link to the video where I got this, because this is not my idea. Someone else shared their storage solution, and of course I just thought it was fabulous, so I tried it. So on my video, I'm going to put a link to my previous video down below in the description box down below, and then you'll be able to check out the video where I actually got this storage solution idea. Okay, this box is holding the booklets that come with the cartridges, with the physical cartridges. This is full. The cartridge box, as you can see, had room for more cartridges, but I don't have any more room for booklets in here. So I don't know how many more cartridges I'll acquire because of the fact that they may be phasing out. But, again, this is my storage solution for the booklets and the cartridges at this point. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share with you how to make the little boxes and how to make the folders for the booklets. So I'm going to start off with the little box. It's really cute and it makes it perfect to just label your box, have your little cartridge in there, and it's protected and it's just neatly stored. So this is what it looks like made, and then I just wrote on here what the dimensions are. So you're going to start off with a piece of cardstock that is 4.5 by 4 inches by 4.5. As you can see, that's 4 inches by 4.5 inches. And if you use cardstock on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, you can get 4 of these. And of course, you will have a little bit of cardstock that you don't use. I've actually cut all mine, but as you can see, you can get four of these pieces. You will have a little bit of cardstock left, 2 inches left on the bottom, and you'll have a 1/2 inch left on the side. But at least on this piece, you can use that. You can make a small tag, or you can make labels, you know, to put a sentiment on. So that is not actually wasted. Just save it to use it for something else. Okay, so I'll show you how to get these cut. We'll go ahead and do 4.5. And do another 4.5. You'll have a long 2-inch piece. So it's a little less waste that way because you may need a longer piece for something. Then again, 4 inches this way. And since the 1/2 inch is less likely to be used, it doesn't matter that it's cut short. So there you go again. And I'm just going to stop there because I don't need that many of these left. So there's your pieces to make the box. Now, to make the little folder for the small books. So for the small folders, 1 sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock will make 3 of those folders because it's exactly 8.5 long, and you can cut 3 of them. And this is how you would do it. With the 8.5 by 11, having the long side in is 3 5/8. I'm sorry about that. 3 5/8. That's one folder. 3 5/8 again. And then for some people that are really anal, you would cut it again. But you can use this piece as is, but if you really want them all to be exactly the same, you do 3 5/8. Once again, then you have a 1/8 inch piece left over. So you can get 3 of these, and I cut that one a little bit crooked, but anyway, you can get 3 of these that will fit one of the small booklets out of 1 piece of cardstock. So once you've cut that, you can score it at 3 3/4 and then 4 1/4. 3 3/4 and then 4 1/4. And when you, when you fold that up, you're going to have a little bit left to put the name of your booklet to go with your cartridge. So you'll have a little bit left. As you can see there as a little lip to put either a label on or to write directly on that. So that will hold one of your smaller books. So, as an example, this book can go in there, either that way or the other way around, and then you write the name on there. So that takes care of the small one. For the larger size folder, if you're using an 8.5 by 11 sheet, you're going to have more waste because you can only get one out of it. So using 8.5 by 11, you're going to cut it like so. You're going to cut it at 7 1/4 the long way, and then you have it at 8 1/4 the short way. So this is how you would cut it. So you can cut it at 8 1/4. And that way you do have something that you can use. Save that for something else. 8 1/4 and then 7 1/4. And that makes the size for one of your booklet folders. Now, if you are using a manila folder, a regular file folder, what you can do is get 2 of them. You can get 2 of these booklet size, the large booklet size, out of one folder because you have double side. So you can cut it out of a manila folder and get 2 of these, and you can also get 2 of the small booklet folders. So you can actually get more out of a manila folder by using it double-sided and then just cut it down and, you know, fix your corners how you want. So you can do that. I'm not going to do it only because I don't need any more, but you can use a manila folder using the same measurements and get 2 of them out of a manila folder. Alrighty, so now to show you, and it's really just as simple again as scoring. Sorry, on this one you would score it at 3 3/4 and again 4 1/4 in order to get your fold to put your booklet in. Okay, so those are really, really simple enough. Now on the little boxes, remember these were the pieces I cut for the boxes. 4 1/2 by 4. 4 inches this way by 4 1/2 this way. And then what you're going to do is take the 4 1/2 inch side, and score it at 1 1/2 and 2. So have it laying at the 4 1/2 inch length going across, and you're going to score it at 1 1/2 and 2. Okay, that gives you the first score for the bottom of your box. Then when you turn it the 4 inch way, like so, you're going to score it at 1/2, 1 inch, 3 inches, and 3 1/2. So you're going to score it 1/2 and 1 at 3 and 3 1/2. Or you can always flip it and just do 1 and 1 1/2 again. Okay? So that's how it's scored on the card. In fact, let me draw that in so you can see it. On the 4-inch side, you're going to score it. This pen isn't writing very well. Okay. 1/2, 1 inch, and then 3 and 3.5. The 4.5 inch way, you're going to score it at 1.5 and 2. And so this is what your score marks are going to look like. And then what you're going to do is cut off this whole piece all the way down to that very first score line. And I actually went in a little deep, but cut it off there. Okay, you see what I cut out? That's how you're going to cut it. You're going to cut all the way down to your first score line. Then cut it here. And that's what you'll have left. And you're simply going to fold up and then fold these in. And you can either put your box together with the flap on the inside, or you can wrap it around on the outside. Now I did mine, I think I did all of them on the outside, but I'll show you. You can do it either way, and so that's just your preference. And then if you want to, you can actually round the corners. So I'm going to take a corner rounder. I'm using my corner chomper at the 3/8 side and just round those corners. That one's not quite right. So just round the corners, and I think that looks nicer. But here's another one that I had cut out earlier. So I'm going to show you where you can actually do it 2 ways. I need some score tape. Actually, I have some right here. So if you want to just wrap it around the back like this, just hold it where it's square and attach that to the back. Hope you can see that. So this, I'm wrapping it around to the back, and there's your box. Cute little box that will hold your cartridges. That's wrapping it around the back way. Then you can also do it on the inside. So I put my score tape now so that I can actually put that inside versus outside the box. So it just depends on how you want your box to look. That way the outside is clean. And you still have the same dimensions, but one way they're folded around the outside of the box. This way it's inside. You can still hold the same thing inside the box. Okay, so that is how you make the boxes. And then stack them in your little container. And I mean, in actuality, you don't have to have those boxes from Staples. You can use, you know, the little shoe boxes that you can get at Michael's. Not shoe boxes. They look like shoe boxes, but they're the photo boxes. And that way you have a lid on top, but they're not clear, but you can always open the lid and you see what you have. You can label your boxes and put them in there as well. So that is how you make these little boxes. So I hope you guys enjoy. If there's any questions, let me know. It's really a very simple process, but I just wanted to come on really quick and show you how to make these little Cricut cartridge boxes, or any other kind of little, you know, cartridge boxes. I guess there's other types out, but that's what I did for my Cricut boxes. Alrighty, so I just wanted to come on and show you guys that. So thanks for watching. I hope that was clear. Let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.